is up. Me, apparently. I woke up so early this morning. Well, Lo woke up, and then I woke up, and then it was just... everyone was up early this morning. I don't know if it was just us in the house, it was everybody, but all those people who woke up way earlier than they planned, I feel you. Because I felt super awake when I woke up and tried to fight it off. Like, I'm talking like 4:30. But, fuck. Now I'm starting to feel tired. I doubled up on my coffee today, so hopefully I'll manage to make it through, especially because I have my second class with Andrew for the mixing mastering course. So, I'll start there. Mixing mastering course, advanced, whatever it's fucking called. We had our introductory class on Monday. Today is Thursday. It was mostly going through how everything goes, how to set up payment, blah, blah, blah. We did quickly brush over some stuff, like audio chain stuff and whatever else, and just understanding some cool things. But yeah, so today, I believe the main focus is going to be how to set up your studio, home studio, blah, 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 to get the most out of your production, so that you can hear it the best way and all that shit. So I'm pretty excited to see that, even if just to have the knowledge to set up a studio later, because I'll obviously not be like buying a whole bunch of stuff right away, but it'll be good knowledge to have. So like in the future, I gotta stop this shit. Jesus Christ! Get your thoughts together, Gord. Fuck! I did it again. Anyway, enough of that. Playoffs. Now, anyone who watched the St. Louis Sharks game last night, they know what I'm going to talk about. The hand pass heard around the world. What the fuck? There's been so much... why are you going out of focus? Fucking car's too bumpy, that's all. There's been so much talk about it already, because I'm sure it went viral in the hockey world. You can't get that wrong. Like, overtime, blatant hand pass, even if they didn't see it, even if all four officials on the ice didn't see it, you can't let that go. Now, I will preface this by saying there was also a huge missed call against the Blues earlier that game. Is it the same type detriment? I don't think so. Because Perron went to clear it out. It was a blatant, it should have been a delay of game penalty. Cleared it out straight over the boards from his zone. And they missed that. No one's seen it. These calls, I don't even really know what to say about them. Like, if no one sees them, there's people in the fucking war room in Toronto. There's a spotter type whatever in the arena. Quick call down to the ref booth or whatever. You can fix this shit. Now, that clear, like I said, it wasn't as detrimental to the rest of the game because it didn't immediately result in a goal. And you can make the argument, well, that's a power play that San Jose should have had and shit like that, for sure. I agree 100%. Even being a Blues fan, I totally get that. But it didn't result in a game-winning goal. It definitely helped give them a chance to turn the tide. And see, the thing is, with both St. Louis and San Jose, one thing they both seem to have in common, especially these playoffs, is they never stop coming, right? And I've said this before especially about St. Louis. They keep coming. They could be down 6 goals. They still keep coming. And they outplayed them that game. They straight up did. And they probably, see, it's all probable, right? But the way that they were coming, you could almost see them making that comeback regardless. Now, that missed call on Perron, that definitely helped facilitate the comeback. But like I say, it didn't result in a game-winning goal. It didn't, it wasn't a game ender. And like this being such an important game as well, this is kind of a swing game. It could be anyway. I still feel like St. Louis is going to even it up, and they're going to be extra fired up, especially after the way that one ended. But I don't know. NHL got to get their shit together. I put a tweet out last night. It was actually I copied it, made that an actual tweet as well on my Twitter. But it started out as a reply to Dusty from 1260. That this has been the most exciting, intriguing, frustrating, and what was the other word I used? I don't know. I don't know. I can't remember. Anyway, the whole point was, like, these playoffs have been so exciting. And all the different storylines have been super intriguing. But it's also been so frustrating to see all these calls getting missed or being made when they shouldn't be. Like, it's so inconsistent. You know what? It's not even that it's inconsistent, because it's consistently terrible. And I don't even know what to say about it. Like, it feels like the hockey gods are drunk. That's the best way to put it. Like, it really does, because stuff usually seems to even out one way or another, but everything seems so skewed, like all around the playoffs, the whole playoffs. Like, you got the Landeskog call, which was ridiculous. Like, I mean, come on. And honestly, I have a good fucking solution to that. I have a good solution to that. Move the gates outside the fucking blue lines. They should all be outside the blue lines. The fact that they're inside the blue lines is retarded. Like, why would you have them inside the blue lines? Like, you got to look at that. Maybe that's something the league should look at, especially after the way that one went, and with how fucking Nazi they're being about these offsides. Like, half an inch when a guy is going to get off the ice, and apparently he, like, according to what I've seen, and after listening to the boys in Chicklets and Elliot Friedman, like, that Landeskog one in particular, he touched up, he went to the blue line, he touched the blue line, and then kind of had to get back over to get out. Now, kudos to Landeskog. He took it on his own. He didn't make any excuses. He took the blame for it. But it was a ridiculous thing in the first place. And you know what? It feels like San Jose shouldn't even be there. And, I've seen a few of these go in San Jose's favor. I'm going to pick on San Jose for a little bit, but, like, I mean, don't get me wrong. they're a great team and whatever else. I still don't trust Martin Jones as far as I can throw him. But, and don't get me wrong, he's made some big saves, blah, blah, blah. But he's also a fucking monster of a man. Like, he's basically another Ben Bishop. Like, he's huge. And I don't know. Maybe I'm just a traditionalist where, like, I remember when, you had the smaller goalies, Mike Vernon, Ed Belfour. Hasek wasn't that big. He just sprawled around like a crazy person. I was never a big fan of that. He just looked like a jellyfish. Waugh wasn't small, but, like, you got these 6'7", 6'8" goalies. And, you can't really say anything about it. That's the way they're built. Fine. But I find some of these big goalies, and I'm excluding Ben Bishop from this because he is a hell of a fucking goalie and an amazing fucking puck mover. Like, he moves the puck just as good or better than fucking Marty Brodeur did. Like, he's amazing. Skating backwards. He's like a seventh defenseman there when he goes to play the puck. But I don't know. I'm rotted over that call. I'm rotted over the Landeskog call. I don't feel like San Jose should even be here. And I'm rotted over the one that happened with Pavelski in the fucking Golden Knights series. Because, like, that series swung on that. Like, it did. I don't care what you think about it. The series swung on that. And there's been... I've noticed a lot in the San Jose series, especially, of weird missed calls. I seen a bunch of different ones throughout the playoffs. And every team's had them to a certain extent, but it seems like there's been a lot more revolving around San Jose. And I don't want to be one of those conspiracy theorists that say it feels like it's rigged and everything else, because, like, I don't feel like it's... The game's almost too fast to rig it. Let's be honest. But if there was ever an argument to be made, you could make it around some of the reffing that's happened these playoffs. It's been atrocious. The games itself, like, they've been so exciting to watch, but the officiating is just terrible. Missed calls and wrong calls, and I don't know, man. I don't know what to say about it. I'm still gonna keep watching. Of course I am. I'm a diehard. I can't help it. But it feels like a couple of these calls have been series enders, and that upsets me. I can understand a couple missed calls here and there, but when they feel like they're series enders and they really fucked with shit, that's where it becomes a problem. And I think a lot of this stuff needs to be talked about in the off season, because it's just unacceptable. Okay, I'm not going to harp on that too much. I did just get some breaking news. Craig McTavish going to the KHL. That's pretty wild. Honestly, I thought he was a really good coach when he was in Edmonton, and I think that the fact that he went into general management was a huge mistake. I don't I try not to believe in mistakes. I try to look at them as lessons, but if I was going to talk about mistakes, I think he should have just stayed as a coach. And maybe he thought that way too. I'm not sure if it's because Holland came in as the GM of the Oilers and was planning on cleaning house anyway, and so I'm not sure how that all went down. But good on Craig. I'd rather see him as a coach in the NHL, but maybe he just didn't want to have to coach against the Oilers that he's been with for fucking ever. But yeah. Oh, what else? I don't really have a whole lot else. Game of Thrones is almost over. A lot of people giving shit about a lot of these episodes. I think they're great, but I also feel like it was rushed a little bit. I feel like there's... How do I put this? I feel like there's too many storylines trying to be clued up too soon. And yeah, that's basically it. Like, everything just feels a little bit rushed. Even though the episodes are super long and everything else, it feels like there's not enough time allotted to clear everything up. Like, there's only one episode left, and I don't know if that's enough time to clear everything up. Spoiler alert, the having Daenerys like just burn fucking King's Landing to the ground was pretty fucking wild. A lot of people feel like Cersei should have got a lot worse than what she did, even though my personal opinion of it is you got to see her actually express fear, and she doesn't really do that. And she finally realized that she fucked a whole lot of shit up, and she lost everything in the end. But I don't know. I'm interested to see what's going to happen with Arya, what's going to happen with Sansa, what's going to happen with Jon Snow. I mean, really, he should have just, bit the bullet and not made Daenerys a crazy person, because she fucking tweaked. She tweaked hard on that dragon, and I think Jon just should have slung her some dick. Get it over with. Like, she cracked. She wanted Jon so bad that she just decided to burn the whole fucking shit to the ground because she couldn't have what she wanted. So, I don't know. That's all I got to say about that. Rick and Morty's coming back. Super fucking excited about that, because we've been missing it a long time, and I'm so excited to see that it's finally coming back, because I know they got approved for like 70 episodes, which is, I think, quite a bit more than what they've even put out so far to date. So I'm really excited to see what's going to happen there. Got to wait till November, which kind of sucks, but I got a couple other shows I need to catch up on. The 100 is back. Fucking love that show. It feels a little bit different now that they're not on Earth, but I think it'll be fun regardless. The couple episodes we've seen were pretty good, so we'll see how that goes. And I still got I'm basically half a season behind on Supernatural, and now they're going to be ending it after next season, which makes me super sad. I hope they don't just rush to try to clue everything up. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with that. There's so many good shows, man. Here's one thing I'll say about 2019. The world is fucked, in general. Maybe the world's always been fucked. I've said this before, in regular conversations. The world's fucked. And I feel like maybe the hyper connectivity between everybody all over the planet is just maybe bringing it more to the forefront, of what we see as the world. And we got so much shit. I don't want to get super in depth with it, but the nuclear powers and the silly politics. It seems like it's really good and really bad all at the same time, because if you get sucked into it, man, you feel like it's just doom and gloom all the time, but you also want to be at least half aware of what the fuck's going on. But at the same time, it can make you fucking super depressed if you get yourself sucked into it. And then, you got people who are new to it and they jump down conspiracy rabbit holes. And, I did the same thing for a long, long time. But what I found was there's not a whole lot you can do individually. And there's lots of groups and stuff like that try to make movements and stuff like that. But I feel like there's a lot of good intentions with not a lot of action and not a lot of planning. Because there's so many different people, perspectives, life experiences, biases, and it seems like everybody's just all over the place. Like we're all just running in circles trying to figure out what the fuck we're doing here. And I'm very interested, but also kind of fucking terrified to see where the future's going. And I know I've said this before. I've said that for many years. The technology advancements have changed a lot of people's lives for the better, for sure. That's not even an argument. But there's a definite argument to be made that it's made a lot of shit worse too. Right? Like, people are sucked into their phones, they're sucked into social media, and the way that social media works is they tend to, like, the more that you look at of certain things, right? The way that they collect the metadata and all this other shit that you look at, they keep feeding you more and more of that, and it feels like a lot of people get put into almost like an echo chamber of what they start to focus on, and they see more and more of that kind of either validates it, or there's not enough conflicting opinions, I guess, and that goes on all fronts, both good and bad. So I don't know, I'm kind of just rambling now. Anyway, I got that course tonight, so we'll see how that goes, and hopefully soon here I'll be starting to, my phone went all fucked. Hopefully soon I'll be starting to adjust some mixes and stuff with more that I learn, and I'll put them up for you guys to listen to, and we'll see what you guys think as I start to progress. And we'll do some comparisons maybe, and yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Okay, bye fucks, love you.